everyone, this is CaptainDragonYT and welcome to my Scratch tutorial. So Scratch is a website where you can go and you can just program things, very basic, and you can see an example right here. You just put together these blocks and then run the code and then you'll get your project done. So as you can see, Scratch is really popular. They have 21 million projects shared, and yeah, let's get straight into this. So first thing before you get into all this confusing stuff is, well, you'll need an account. So for those of you that don't already have one, you can go ahead and click join Scratch and be sure to ask your parents for help with that part because it requires email addresses and all that. But as for me, I already have an account, so I can just sign in. And here you'll see what your friends are doing or people that you follow. Here you'll just see lots of news. I don't pay attention to it that much really, but you can if you want. Here you have featured projects, which are good projects that are chosen by the Scratch team themselves. And yeah, so they just have like this one, it has a motivational topic. Some of these are just really good games. But games, that's what we want to make. So just to make that on your own, you need to go up here and click create, and then you will be into the Scratch editor. It's quite simple. You have your first thing here, which is actually the logo of Scratch. And if you go into costumes, you have 2 frames here, and these are the walking animations. So if we already have these walking animations, what we need to do is we need to make it so that it can walk. That's just what we're gonna do. So you need to take the first basic block and everything when flag clicked, and that is this button, and that starts the entire thing. So when flag is clicked, forever means we want to run it forever. This is just gonna be very basic. And then you need to put 4 of these if blocks. And the if blocks mean forever. When the flag is clicked, it starts a forever loop. And if some condition is happening, then it'll do this. So as for this, we need to go here and, this one. We need to go into the key blank pressed and just insert one into all of these. Alright? So just put one into all of them, and now we're gonna make it controlled with not W, A, S, and D. You can do that if you want, but the arrow keys. So up, down, left, and right. And just so you know, this is the basic Scratch editor. I didn't install any mods or extensions or anything, so this is how it'll be when you log on first. So this is just the save now button. You can save it, and don't click share yet unless you're done with the project and want others to see it. So let's start with the up because it's the first one. If up arrow pressed, then here you can go into motion, and then you can see move blocks like turn, point, do that. So you can go into move 1 step. So now if we check it, well, that's kind of incorrect, but let's say move right, then move 1 step. So now when we click the flag, you can see it's highlighted. It runs the forever loop, and since none of these are accurate or none of these are true, then it goes on to this one. If right arrow pressed, move 1 step. So if I press the right arrow now, it's moving. See? That's so that's the basics. Now let's program we might make this guy go a little faster so we can do the same with this one, except we need to do move. I'm not sure if this will work actually. Let's try it. Yeah, it does. So move -5 will also work, or you can do change X by minus whatever you want. But I'm just gonna do move -5 steps because that just makes the most sense for me. But now, if it works fine if it's moving in this direction, but it's moving like this, no one walks backwards like that. So what we need to do is we need to go here and go into rotation style and change it to left and right, which is the center, which means instead of rotating like this when you go over here, instead of rotating like that, yeah, it'll rotate like this. See, I'm moving it all around and it's only going left and right. And that's what you want, because that's basically, just a sec guys, technical difficulties. Okay, so now that if we do that, rotation style is that, then if we go here and you have 90, which is facing right, which is that direction, and if you change it negative 90, it'll point left. So point left arrow, then it'll do that. And let's just make this one go here so that it can switch back. So now we have a basic thing going on here. It's like, oh yeah, I think I messed that up. Just a second guys. Technical difficulties. Oh, that makes sense, because it's pointing in that direction, and that changes which way the steps are going. So since it's usually pointing like this in the right direction, that's like this side is the front of the object. So when it moves 5 steps, it moves 5 steps relative to like its direction. So if this is its direction, then it moves 5 steps this way. But if you make it turn left, then this is its direction, so 5 steps will be this way, but negative 5 steps would be this way. See, I'm still learning, and I've been doing this for quite a few years now. So this works now, but that looks a bit like he's just on a hoverboard or something. Doesn't that look like kind of wrong? So since he's like that, we need to go into looks, and I showed you before we have these 2 walking animations. So now if we do next costume on both of these, it should work. It might look a little bad, but okay, he's Usain Bolt. But see, it still works for like the purpose. Now let me just try putting this in here. This might slow down the other code, but nope, it works fine. So you can do that for the other ones too. And now you have a cat that can walk left and right. So yeah, the thing is about going up and down, there's not really a thing you can do about that. So we could just take this. You can right click on this with the mouse and duplicate it. And then I'm just going to duplicate that because it's easier that way, and we can change the program later. So when up arrow is pressed, let's just make it point right because that's the default on both of these. Well, we can make it left on here. And then, since move blank steps is a piece of code that only works on left and right, we have to go into motion and change Y, because the Y axis is the vertical axis. So if we go change Y, and then change Y by negative 5. Now this is not really relative to anything, meaning that the direction won't affect it because it's up and down, and either way it just won't make a difference. So I need to get rid of this so that it still works, and then let's see if this will. Oh yeah, I see. We made it change by -5, and so there we go. If you need to make sure if you want to make it go up, then it has to be in the positives. So it goes like that, but I don't think it looks like it's really walking, so we could get rid of these 2. So now it's like this, and then we need to create one for the down arrow. And then we can just duplicate one of these, put that one back, and then change Y by -5 because we want to go down. So now, if you do this, you have a basic program. You can make it walk like this, 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 this. You can make it walk in any direction you want, basically. So that's good. Have you noticed that if you make it go left and right, it moves a little slower than up and down? That's because on these I have a 0.1 difference. So we might as well just put that here just to make it so he doesn't go up and down faster than he goes left and right. Perfect. It might look a bit choppy, but I think that's fine for now. So now we know how to make a basic program, and I'll just erase this now, and we will probably just build onto it right in a second. See you later.